another edition of Birmingham Bulls hockey. This time back from the friendly confines of the Pelham Civic Complex. And tonight, it begins. Not to sound too cheesy or too cliche, but the clock really is ticking on this season. This was a football game where it'd be 5 minutes on the clock, and we would have the ball up by a field goal. This were a baseball game. We would be in the 8th inning with a 1-run lead. Simply put, with only 10 games remaining in the regular season, and in first place, 2 points ahead of second place Peoria. It's now time to start to play and put a team together as if it were the playoffs. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jody Chernesky. I'll be going solo tonight as Greg Grevity is once again with the University of Alabama hockey team. The Nashville tournament in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or on the outskirts of Philadelphia. Not quite sure exactly where they will be next round. They did win today 2-1, but some other things need to happen for Alabama to advance. If they don't advance, hopefully Greg will be joining me tomorrow night. But having home ice advantage in the playoffs is the most important part of the regular season. That's what you're playing for. No championships won between October and March, but positioning for the playoffs is what you're shooting for. Of course, making the playoffs is your first goal, but without home ice advantage, moving from one round to the next becomes increasingly more difficult. This is when every team right now begins to make the move to either strengthen themselves for the playoffs or to try and sneak in the playoffs. Both of these teams tonight, Fayetteville and Birmingham, have been doing this and are still in the midst of putting together a roster together for the playoffs. Both teams have been making major changes in the last week or two. We'll get into that as the night progresses. After a much-needed 2-week or so break, we are back here at the Pelham Civic Complex for the first of 8 home games that will be played to end the season. So I will be going solo tonight. I'll do the best I can, and I will tell you up front, both teams tonight are wearing alternate jerseys. Both teams look great in these alternate jerseys. But for off-ice officials and for announcers such as myself, it becomes a terrible nightmare when you're trying your best to read numbers that are either multicolored or different colored or in a different font, smaller, whatever the case may be. Tonight, the Birmingham Bulls will be donning their alternate jerseys for the next 2 nights. Tonight and tomorrow night will be known as the Cahaba Valley Vipers. I will be saying this intermittently, but for 50 years I've been a Birmingham Bulls fan. Well, 30 years. I've been working for the team, on and off for 30 years. So it's going to be hard for me to just automatically stop and say Cahaba Valley Vipers. Fayetteville tonight, the Marksmen will be known as the Carolina Reapers, probably one of the coolest names that I've ever heard of an alternate night. But their jerseys, as good as they look in Carolina blue, their numbers are multicolored. They fade from light to dark. They're in a different font. And the nameplates are no longer there. It's just names, small black letters at the back of the jersey, and the numbers on the sleeve are basically of no use to me. They're very difficult to see. However, the jerseys that Fayetteville is wearing, or tonight, the Carolina Reapers look absolutely great. I mean, this is probably one of the best names I've ever seen, and the jerseys match it tonight. It's just going to make my night a little bit more difficult, and the off-ice officials as well. So bear with me. I will make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. I'll do my best to bring you as accurately as what's happening as I can. But once again, this is a different night altogether, one way or another. We'll be back with the starting lineup in just a moment. Jody Chernesky here with Birmingham Bulls and Fayetteville Marksmen hockey. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than...
back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Chernesky here. We're about set for a national anthem. High school choir with the national anthem tonight. Starting lineup first for the visiting Fayetteville Marksmen, or tonight the Carolina Reapers. Defensively, Nick Parody along with Ryan Leaf. Up front, former Bull Dylan Radin, and we'll get into that a little later on, along with Johnny Monkovich and Tyler Cobran. For Birmingham, defensively, Parker Allison, spending his third week with the Bulls, along with veteran Ryan Romeo. Up front, Troy McTavish, Mac Lewis, and a new addition from an old squad last year, Zach Masson, back in the lineup for the Birmingham Bulls. A much-needed insert of some strength and a little bit different player than we've been used to all year long. Zach Masson, with a power forward type game, is really good to have him back in the lineup. I'm not quite sure how it will turn out, but I do know that after almost 6 months rehab of a knee injury he obtained last year, he'll be back in the lineup tonight for the first game. Last year he played out throughout the playoffs with a busted knee, and I mean busted. ACL and UCL all had to be, or excuse me, PCL, all had to be repaired, and he's back to action tonight. I don't know physically how much he'll be able to take or how many shifts he'll be able to go, but it's good to have him back in the lineup. Goaltenders for tonight. Brand new, Brandon Perron for Fayetteville or Carolina in his first game as a pro. The last time this happened in Birmingham, a goaltender in Huntsville, a rookie, beat the Bulls 2-1. Tonight, Perron comes in from Long Island University. First game as a pro, he played 25 games, 2.75 goals against, and an 8.9 save percentage. For Birmingham, Drennan Atherton gets the start, a 9-1-2-2 record, 2.20 goals against, and a 9.21 save percentage. Referees for tonight's game, Jason Lortie, Ben Everett, and Stone Sheehan are the linesmen. And back to Pelham action. Here we are, Birmingham, along with Fayetteville. Right off the draw, Fayetteville tips the puck in the Bulls zone. Allison takes a hit from behind, plays it around the boards, tied up there. Monkovich had it, loses it, and Carolina will have to retreat and get out of the zone. They'll send it right back in. Matthews sends it far board for Lewis. Through center ice, Birmingham tries to get into the zone. It's poke checked away, and back comes Fayetteville the other way. Dalton Hunter sends one around the boards. They'll come off for a line change. Plenty of time for Mac Lewis to decide what to do with the puck, and he just lifts it to center ice. McTavish there, along with Arujo. Play back through center ice. Tyler Love has it, sends it for Arujo. Ahead through center ice, off the stick, however, of Cook. Puck comes into the Bull zone where Matthews plays it. Just underway here at the Pelham Civic Complex, Birmingham and Fayetteville, or for tonight, the Cahaba Valley Vipers and the Carolina Reapers, as another new player for Carolina, Logan Vandermeer Rocker, sends that puck into the netting and out of play. Vandermeer Rocker he's 23 years old, played at Long Island University before being added. Several Long Island University players added to this Fayetteville roster. Vandermeer Rocker still on the ice for the draw to the left of Atherton, controlled by the Bulls. through center ice. They'll play it into the Fayetteville zone. And after it's Sinclair, he takes his man off, but Fayetteville has control of the puck. Big hit there by Jonathan Pace, who's back in the lineup after a 3-week absence. Puck finds its way onto the stick of Sinclair, and his shot never made it through. Dalton Hunter now at center ice for Fayetteville. Off the stick, Kozarev there for Birmingham. Tips it away from Soper. Has a step. Kozarev, 3 men back defensively, so he puts the brakes on and sends it near side for Rose. Back at the point, stopped and held in by Romeo. Now Soper takes out Kozarev. Loose puck picked up by the Bulls. Romeo just backhands one into the corner for Kozarev. Back at the point for Vance. He'll send it far side. Kozarev through the slot. Backhand save made. And a nice one. First one of his career for Perone. And the Carolina Reapers clear at the length of the ice. Vance goes back and touches it up, and icing is called on the Reapers. And if you don't know who the Reapers are, once again, I'll do my best to intermingle both. Fayetteville Marksmen are now, at least for tonight and tomorrow night, the Carolina Reapers. The Birmingham Bulls for tonight and tomorrow night become the Cahaba Valley Vipers. And I am understanding here that we're having a little trouble with the sound on Hockey TV or Flow Sports. Hopefully we'll get that straightened out. But if you're listening on YouTube, let me know how the sound is. At least then I can find out if the problem's on my end or Hockey TV's end. Back to action. Romeo tips one behind the net. It'll come near corner. Another Bull off the IR. Brendan Susie plays it for Romeo. Banks one off the boards, and it clears the zone. Now hustling in after it. Perone has to clear it himself. Birmingham's A.J. Ryan, a new player, was barreling in on him. The puck comes free to center ice. Parker Allison has it, loses it. Puck loose. Susie is there, plays it in front of that Carolina bench. And the Reapers clear. Coburn sets it up down in the corner. Played there by Love. Birmingham clears. Wiesner has it. He'll skate away 2-on-2 with A.J. Ryan. Ryan curls off, heads to the bench for a change, sends it in deep. Wiesner's hauled down, and Birmingham will be on the power play first of the night for either team. An offensive zone penalty by Carolina. Not what you want to see, but nonetheless it happened as Monkovich goes off. Here's the call.
For interference, number 12, John Monkovich, 2 minutes for interference. Time.
Interference, the call on Monkovich. So Birmingham on the power play tonight. They come into the season with the third best penalty or power play in the league. Scored 32 power play goals. The penalty kill for Fayetteville, they're 7th in the league. They've given up 29 power play goals, but they have scored 3 shorthanded. Carolina had it, lost it though. It's taken away by the Bulls. Carson Rose has it, slides it far side. Romeo puts the brakes on, returns it. Rose looks the ice over, back to Romeo. Rose at the top of that face-off circle, down low. McTavish sends one through the crease. Kozarev picks it up for the Bulls. In front, McTavish shot, save made by Perone. McTavish tried to get that one-timer. It bounced off his stick. He did corral it, but couldn't get enough on it to get it past Perone. Second big save of the night for the rookie. Birmingham brings it back into the zone. McTavish has it, walks in, backhand through the crease. Nobody there but Carolina, and they clear the length of the ice. Both teams changing. Sinclair, 7 power play goals on the year, leads the Bulls, drops it back for Ryan. He'll give it to Carson Vance, and we'll skate away. A minute to go in the power play for Birmingham. Sinclair takes the shot well wide of the net. Puck will escape the zone as Wiesner couldn't catch up with it, and Birmingham will have to regroup. Coburn pressures Vance. Vance with the puck, gives it up to Sinclair. Drops it back for Wiesner, and Birmingham with another 30 seconds on this power play will try and make something happen. Wiesner still with the puck, sends it out for Vance, far side return. Now Sinclair has it. One-timer by Vance goes wide. Puck played in the corner. Still loose, being played by Birmingham Sinclair. He'll try and keep it away. He does, and he'll set it up far side. There's a shot through the crease. missed everyone. Sinclair gets the rebound. Now it's played behind the net. Walker, C.J. Walker tried to give it up for Birmingham, couldn't do it. And Fayetteville clears the zone. We're down to one, and that'll do it. Both teams are now at full and even strength. Birmingham couldn't convert on the power play. Susie tried to get it through to Masson. Tipped away from him. The Reapers now backhand one as Nazareth pokes one into the bull zone near corner, played by Matthews. Far boards, Lewis has it. Nice play, gives it for Masson. Masson, puck taken away from him by Nazareth. Masson takes it right back. Both teams feeling out each other at the moment as Masson brings it into the Carolina zone. He's taken down, no call. Behind the net, puck loose. Susie comes in, tries to dig it clear, can't. Now Love puts his stick in, puck is still tied up behind the net. Brandon Perrone, Susie with a wraparound save made as that rebound came to Kozarev, and the right pad of Perrone keeps it out of the net. Now Nazareth behind the net, taken away from him by Birmingham, and here we come through center ice if we hurry. Rose was there, a nice play by Kyle Soper, takes it away, and Pace with a big hit causes the turnover. Birmingham has control of the puck. Just out of the reach of Glover, comes back into the Fayetteville zone. Perrone, watch out, dangerously through his crease. He played it, but cleared it himself. Puck loose through center ice, taken by Carson Rose. Soper on him along with Barrow. Rose shot altered by Soper. And back comes Carolina into the bull zone in front. Backhander goes wide off the stick of Barrow. Nice play set up for Barrow. He couldn't convert. Now Hunter has it. Played there by Romeo in the corner. Puck free. McTavish has it. He's tied up. Still loose along those boards on the left wing side. Carolina keeps it in. Now a centering pass goes off the side of the net. Bull Susie clears it. Carolina will take it, put it right back in. Look out, here comes Barrow. Barrow walks in, takes a shot, save made by Atherton. Birmingham can't clear the rebound, still in their own zone. Wiesner sets it up, and now the Bulls clear. Far side off the stick of the Bulls, played there by Cook. Cam Cook trying to dig it free and get it out, and he does. Cameron Cook gives it to Vandermeer Rocker. Easy for me to say. He sends it down into the Bull zone, but he was on the wrong side of that center ice stripe. So an icing is called on Carolina. Or if you don't know who that is, Fayetteville. So a face-off will come back in. We'll take a quick break. No score. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
All right, back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Chernesky here for tonight's game between two alternate Ego teams. The first for Birmingham, no longer the Bulls tonight or tomorrow, it's the Cahaba Valley Vipers. Fayetteville Marksmen have become the Carolina Reapers for tonight and tomorrow night, and what I'm told is they'll unveil these jerseys back at home, their next home stand. With 12:18 to go here in the first period, no score. Vandermeer Rocker clears it through center ice, but Birmingham intercepts, puts it right back in where Arujo has it. Arujo tried to give it up to his own man. Birmingham intercepts, puts it in, and defensively the Bulls make a change. That's played along the near side. Tyler Love for Vandermeer Rocker. He's getting a lot of ice time. Through center ice. Cook has it just inside the Bulls' blue line. In front shot, steered aside by the stick of Atherton. Goes into the netting and out of play, so a face-off will come up in the Bulls' zone. If you're watching on TV wearing the green jerseys, Fayetteville wearing the Carolina blue jerseys, representing the Carolina Reapers. Fans there in Fayetteville are going to have a good time with these jerseys. They look really nice. Just not a good time for the announcers or the off-ice officials, trust me. 11:47 to go, first period, no score. Birmingham out shooting Fayetteville at this point 4-2, despite having one power play, 0 for 1 for Birmingham on the night. Allison has it for Birmingham. Tries to give it to Ryan. It's poked away from him, but the loose puck picked up by Birmingham, and it's sent into the Carolina zone. Perone loves to play the puck. In his first game as a pro, he might not want to do that so much, but Carolina does maintain possession. Now a big hit there by McTavish on Soper, causes the turnover. Behind the net is played. Picked up by Monkovich. We haven't seen that out of Birmingham very much at all this year. It's nice to see McTavish with a big hit. Now it's played in front of the Bulls net loose. Picked up by Wiesner. He takes a wrister, goes wide. The rebound popped right back to him, but he couldn't control it. It bounced over his stick. Sinclair far boards. Played by Coburn, but not out. Wiesner keeps it alive. Behind the net. Sinclair is there for Birmingham, but Soper comes out with the puck, and here comes Carolina through center ice. Coburn with a shot well wide of the net, steered to the corner by Atherton, keeps the rebound from popping in front. Now Wiesner avoids the hit, still has control of the puck, has Glover with him. Tried to give it up to Glover, but it's poked away by Carolina, and Dalton Hunter sends it to center ice. Rose has it. He'll try and get away from the defense. Does! Rose! Poke checked away, actually, there by the goaltender. And a nice play, otherwise Rhodes would have been clear on a backhand. Birmingham, Glover brings it into the zone. There's a Rougeau on him, knocks it away, and Love has it. Now Hunter pokes it past the Bulls. Kozarev, he'll bring it into the Bulls zone. Far side pass in front, steered aside by Atherton. Physical play picking up Kozarev. He has Masson with him, Kozarev. Curls behind the net. Rougeau, a nice play defensively, takes him out. Now the puck is tied up, sticks and elbows getting up there in that corner. Now McTavish comes in to help out. Love is there as well for Carolina. Puck still tied up. Love takes a hit from McTavish. Puck still tied up. They're not going to be able to wait for a faceoff. You got to play the puck. Somebody will kick it out eventually. It's still tied up in the corner for a good 30 seconds. They've been fighting for control of the puck. It finally pots free. Romeo, far side, shot taken well wide of the net. Kozarev comes off for a line change as Carolina clears. 9 minutes to go, first period, no score. Susi was cruising in front, but the pass got past him well in front of him. He couldn't control. Puck played back in. Araujo has it. He'll send it near side. Carolina loses it. C.J. Walker gives it 4. There's an Allison slap shot, stick to side. And here comes Carolina. It's center ice. Backhands one in. Walker with a big hit. Far side. Birmingham starting to play a little bit more physical than they have all year long. I know it's something the coaching staff has wanted. Now here comes Wiesner. He got past the defense. Save made. And a nice one at that. Now played back at center ice. That's 2 semi-breakaways. Wiesner was, but it couldn't get it past the goaltending of Brandon Perone. Played in the far corner. Carolina knocks it out. It was deflected off of a Bulls player, so no argument. There will be no delay of game call. Faceoff will come up in that Carolina zone with 8:08 to go here in the first period. We'll take another break. No score. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls hockey.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Light. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce, and just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words.
Can I have a bite?
Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Good thing that dilemma's over. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
All right, Jody Chudeski here at the Pelham Civic Complex for tonight's game between Fayetteville Marksmen and the Birmingham Bulls. Tonight and tomorrow night, Fayetteville becomes the Carolina Reapers in the Carolina blue jersey. Birmingham becomes the Cahaba Valley Vipers dressed in green. Off the draw in that Fayetteville zone. Rose backhands one in behind Perone. Picked up by the Bulls. Kozarev tried to give it to Glover, but couldn't get enough on the pass to do so. Now Rose picks it up. Sends it up the boards for Pace. Return off the stick of Rose. Leith couldn't clear. Rose keeps it in for Birmingham. Tied up by Leith. Tries to spin away. Couldn't do it. Puck finds its way to stick of Carson Vance, who whistles one wide. Rebound. It's turned aside by Monkovich, and he'll skate with the puck. He'll try and maneuver it out. Drake Glover, a good job, keeps it in. Birmingham will change lines. In their own zone, Carolina loses the puck, but Nazareth picks it up. A.J. Ryan knocks it away from him, and Sinclair brings it in. It's taken away from him by Tyler Love. Curls away from McGregor. Sinclair banks one off the boards and cleared down into the Bull zone. 7:07 to go, first period, no score. As the puck is sent the length of the ice by the Bulls, so when icing is called, faceoff will come up back in the Birmingham zone. No score, Birmingham out shooting Carolina or Fayetteville by a margin of 6-3 at this point. The one thing I had noticed since the last two games in Peoria, Birmingham playing a much more physical brand of hockey, whereas in Peoria, they kind of got schooled physically. And I believe it did something to this team. I know it did something to the coaching staff, demanding more play physically, that is, out of the Bulls. Off the draw, Birmingham clears. Zach Masson with a nice play, takes Love off of it. The puck sent back in where Romeo has it. Romeo gets away from Barrow, gives it to Zach Masson. Masson with the puck. He's watched there by Carolina, and he'll just clear. Love has it now at center ice. Romeo with the loose puck. Watch out, Dalton Hunter almost knocked it away, and there was a pass set up for A.J. Ryan. At the end of that shift, he just didn't have enough gas to get to the puck. He's shaking his head, or he would have been off to the races. A.J. Ryan, a new addition to this Birmingham Bull hockey team, played at the State University of New York in Oswego. 25 games played there before joining the Bulls. 5 goals, 3 assists, and 8 penalty minutes. 24-year-old. I know he's wanting to impress the Bulls coaching staff as we get here to this playoff drive. Now Carolina's topped off the draw. Barrow will come in for the draw, wins it. Poked away from Carolina by Jonathan Pace. Now the loose puck behind the net. Romeo sends it near side. Wiesner backhands one through the slot. I don't like to see that, but it did clear the zone. Far side, Romeo. Through center ice, McTavish can't get away from the defense of Soper. He does retain possession. Backhand in front, Wiesner had a shot at it, went wide. He was tied up on the play defensively, or it was all open for an empty net goal. Birmingham takes control, brings it right back in. Walker was knocked off the play, and the puck comes free. Where Vandermeer Rocker skates through center ice. Gets past Allison. Vandermeer Rocker and Pace, or Vance that is, coming after it. Now loose puck picked up, backhander there. Save is made by Atherton, and he'll hold on as Birmingham tried to pass or clear the puck out of their zone. And my pet peeve is where you're clearing that puck defensively in your own zone. That one went right through the slot. And it was taken there by Anthony Yerkins, whose backhander went right into the mitt of Atherton. So Birmingham didn't get caught for that. Now off the draw, Cook takes a shot. It goes wide of Atherton. Behind the net, Vandermeer Rocker has it. Near side, he'll send a pass through the slot. Poked away, but Cook keeps it alive. Into the far corner. Glover backhands one, and back comes Birmingham. Off the boards through center ice, Rose had it poke checked away from there nicely there by Carolina, and back comes Cook. Cook brings it into the Bull zone, curls away, Sends one through the slot. Vandermeer rocker shot blocked by Pace. Never made it through. Now Love takes a shot. Save made. Rebound loose. And that shot went wide. Vandermeer rocker had an open net and he just missed. Now Brendan Susi knocked out the play. Masson had it taken away from him and Arujo sets it up. Back into the Fayetteville zone. Now off the stick of Nazareth. Play's going to be whistled offside. And we'll have our last media timeout of the first period. Birmingham and Fayetteville, no score. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
Okay, back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Chernesky here, solo tonight as Greg Drebany was with the University of Alabama hockey team and the national tournament in the suburbs of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They did win today 2-1, but do not know if they've made it through past the round robin schedule into the single elimination. We'll find out later on. But as for right now, Birmingham and Fayetteville locked in a scoreless tie with 4:47 to go in the first period of play. I'll go through all the roster changes at the end of the first period. There's so many of them, I can't do it during the action. There's just too many to go from both teams. Now Masson hooks it away from Monkovich. Leith there for Fayetteville. He ties it up along the far boards. Birmingham trying to kick it out, and they do. Masson has it. He backhands one to the point. Matthews keeps it alive and sends it back in for Mac Lewis behind the net. Lewis and Parity fighting for it. Monkovich comes out with the puck, though, and he'll set it up for Nazareth. Nazareth tried to give it up far side. Birmingham easily poke checks their way, and Fayetteville will have to bring it back in again. Now Coburn takes the shot. That goes wide, far corner. Kept alive by Fayetteville. There's a shot by Nazareth. Didn't make it through. Now a big slap shot by Soper all the way through. Thuds off of Atherton, and he holds on. It's the pushing and shoving in front of Atherton as Sinclair gets involved. Nothing will come of this. You just have to clear the zone and keep people off your goaltender, and that's exactly what Sinclair was trying to do there. Word may have traveled throughout the league that you can try and push Birmingham around, and Peoria did just that and won 2 hockey games by a score of 4-1. It's the first time Birmingham's had back-to-back losses since the first 2 games of the season, and the recipe for that was playing physical hockey. We'll see what the Bulls can do to answer back. Whistle goes. We'll have to drop that one again as Sinclair is tossed for Birmingham. And Wiesner will come in to take his place on the draw. Pitters for Fayetteville goes down. Puck comes free, near side, Soper. He rescinds a wrister, blocked by Sinclair. Played along the far boards. Hunter has it for Pitters. Pitters had it taken away from him by Ryan, and Ryan backhands one into the Fayetteville zone. Sinclair catches up with it first. Played behind the net. Fayetteville comes out with the puck. Big hit there by Wiesner, but well behind the play. Now that puck bounced over Coburn's stick. Look out, here comes Birmingham's A.J. Ryan. A.J. Ryan had his stick lifted in a nice play by Dalton Hunter. Ryan never got the shot off. And the whistle blows. Ryan was all alone. Penalty coming up again. This one will be on Fayetteville. And they're going to call a penalty shot. I'll be honest. We'll see the replay here. They're going to probably be called as we're watching it now. Ryan coming in, the slash. Whew. Birmingham's fortunate to get a penalty shot. I could see a 2-minute penalty being called, but if this was the other way around, Birmingham, me, and the rest of the fans in this building would be upset. That, at best, is a very, very, very rare call that you see it to begin with on a penalty shot. We haven't had one all year long. This will be our first one. A.J. Ryan, the brand new player out of the collegiate ranks, was all alone, and someone tapped him on his left arm and altered his play, and I guess that's what the call was. Otherwise, it would have had to be a slashing call. But with 3:25 to go here in the first period, A.J. Ryan on the Bulls' first penalty shot of the year. We'll see how he handles penalty shots. Slowly through the slot. His shot goes off the side of the net. Again, penalty shots should be just like a breakaway in the game. Get on your horse and go. Make your move if that's what you want to do, or fire the puck. Either way, no more ice skating, no more figure skating. Just go with the puck. First game as a pro, A.J. Ryan. He'll learn. But he's not the only one that handles shootouts in that manner. I just wish we would handle them a little bit differently, that's all. Vance plays the puck along the near board as Kozarev takes it in the corner. Backhands one near side. No Bull was there waiting, and it's cleared by Fayetteville. He'll bring it in the zone. Jurkins puts the brakes on, sends one through the slot, intercepted by Vance. Vance sends it far side for Kozarev. Glover's with him. Off the stick of Glover, played in the corner. Love on him. Drake Glover cuts through the slot. Shot by Rose, blocked defensively by Carolina, and Cam Cook skates it through center ice. Sends it in. Behind the net play, Glover will catch up with it first, gets it past Cook, and it escapes in the middle into center ice where it's played by Carolina. Jurkins has it, watched by Matthews. Parker Allison catches up with the puck first, sends it far side for Matthews. And he just lifts one into center ice. Played there by Leith. Into center ice, Carolina looked to gain the Bulls zone. Leith tried, but it's knocked away from him by the Bulls defense. Corralled there by Nazareth. He'll drop it back for Carolina. Bulls changing defensively. As Nazareth brings the puck in, pace on him. Nazareth sends one in front, easily steered aside by Atherton, keeps it out of harm's way. Now Coburn behind the net. He's hit on the play. Bulls take that loose puck. Bank one off the board and out. Arujo plays it far side. Off the stick of Monkovich, comes into the Bull zone. Romeo will pick it up. He'll give it to Brendan Susi. Susi sends it for McTavish. Has Susi with him. Drops it back. Pace a shot. Save made by Perron. He wasn't sure where it was, but he gets up and it squirts out of his pads. A nice 3-on-2 developed right there for Birmingham. The drop pass back to Pace was there, but he just couldn't beat the rookie netminder in his first game, Brandon Perron. He's looked sharp so far. Sometimes new blood does a lot for you. A.J. Ryan for Birmingham in his first game has had a couple of good chances. He even had a penalty shot but couldn't convert. Minute and a half to go here in this first period, no score. Fayetteville behind their own net. Loses the puck, it's now loose. They'll play it behind and send one out to center ice. Radin, the former Bull, plays it in. Shot taken, Atherton makes the save. Big fat rebound corralled there by Ryan Romeo. And that's about the biggest difference I can tell you between Atherton and Stewart. Stewart controls the rebound and doesn't give it up. Atherton, it does bounce away from him from time to time, so his defense has to be very, very ready and very aware where that puck is after a shot is taken on Atherton. Now Kozarev has it bounce off his leg. He'll take it through center ice. Drops it back. Glover couldn't go in as Kozarev was in ahead of the play. We're down to 40 seconds to go in the first period. No score. Birmingham will try again. Tipped into the Carolina zone deep. Played by Barrow and out. Out of the reach of Sinclair is picked up by Vandemaraker. Vandemaraker takes a centering pass. It bounced off Pace and almost in his own net. Luckily it went wide, but that was a great scoring chance there, and they didn't even try. Puck's in deep behind the net. Pace has it. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the period. Back at the point, Leeds with a shot deflected in front from Romeo, goes wide. Now Sinclair has it too. That'll about do it, and it will do it for the first period of play. Both teams kind of feeling each other out for the first 5 to 10 minutes. A good couple of scoring chances by Birmingham on a breakaway and an actual shootout attempt, but it couldn't convert on either one of them. Shots on goal for the first period in favor of Birmingham for most of the period, but Fayetteville, or Carolina if you will, have evened it up. 8 shots on goal each for both teams. No score on the board. So we'll go into the locker room after 20 minutes of play scoreless. 0-0. Okay, Jody Chernesky here at the Pellin Civic Complex at the end of one period of play. Birmingham nothing, Fayetteville nothing. Stay with us. I'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll talk about all the changes, not only from Birmingham, but from Fayetteville as well, at least personnel-wise. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I can make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Light. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Okay, Jody Chernesky back at the Pellin Civic Complex at the end of one period of play. No score between the Birmingham Bulls and the Fayetteville Marksmen, as I said, tonight and tomorrow night, alter ego nights for both teams. Birmingham wearing the green jerseys known as the Cahaba Valley Vipers, whereas Fayetteville is wearing the Carolina blue jerseys known as the Carolina Reapers. And they'll be that way for the rest of the evening and tomorrow night. I'll do my best. I promise you, it's not easy to be able to distinguish those numbers that are multicolored and they're small on the sleeves and the back. At least their nameplates are non-existent with a small black lettering, but I'll do my best. All right, let's talk first about the roster changes for Carolina or Fayetteville. Over the last couple of weeks, Fayetteville head coach Ryan Crothers has made some changes in his roster, and they're trying to stop a losing streak they're on. They're winless in their last 10 games. He has no choice. Even being that they haven't won in the last 10 games, Fayetteville has been able to hold on to 4th place in the SPHL, 55 points, 2 ahead of 5th place Huntsville. So they still do have home ice advantage for the first round, but if they're not careful, not only can that go, but the playoffs as well. So he had to make some changes. Things weren't working. So Ryan Crothers decided to make the changes, and the first ones he made, he brought in Dylan Radin from Birmingham. Dylan was a fan favorite here. He works hard. He may not show up as scoring hat tricks on a nightly basis, but he's a definitely type of role player that you need in those hard times. Works well with the community as well. They also added Logan Vandermeeracker. Vandermeeracker so far, no points, -3 on the season. Brandon Perron, the goaltender tonight, was added. Perron comes in from Long Island University, one of 3 Long Island University players that Fayetteville has added. In his first outing, he faced 8 shots, gave up nothing, and made a couple of really good saves on top of that. Another of the additions from Long Island University, Adam Pitters, 25-year-old center, had 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 penalty minutes for Long Island University this year, whose season is over with. Tyler Love, 21-year-old. He came from, I'll be honest, I don't know which league this is, but he came in from the Texas, I don't even see their nickname, but he played in a league in Texas where he had 34 goals, 43 assists, 77 points, 22 penalty minutes. So when you look at it that way, Tyler Love, a defenseman with those kind of numbers, I'm sure they're leaning on him offensively. They did have to get rid of 5 players: Ryan Herpy, Adam Keys, Ty Profit, and a long-standing centerman, Hayden Holton, gone. Justin Daly is out. He's one of their leading scorers. He's out with a suspension. The team suspended him, so I'm not quite sure what the reason was. So very, very, very hard look at your own team resulted in some changes for the Fayetteville Marksmen. For Birmingham, A.J. Ryan comes into tonight's game as a rookie, first game. Ryan comes in from, as I stated earlier, from the State University of New York in Oswego. A 24-year-old, played 25 games this year, had 8 points and 8 penalty minutes. One thing I've noticed about A.J. Ryan is he's very quick. He's a very fast skater. He had one good scoring opportunity that he just couldn't get a good shot off, and of course he was the one who missed on the penalty shot to keep Birmingham off the board. C.J. Walker, another addition to the Birmingham Bulls. Walker's been playing for a while. He's a couple of weeks. He has 1 goal. He's +2. Along with C.J. Walker, Kyler Matthews, and of course Mac Lewis has been here for about a month. Now, Birmingham did play some players today on the injured reserve. One of them was Dylan Johnson. Johnson had been a mainstay in this lineup all year long, but he was injured last week in Peoria. He found himself on the IR. Zach Masson and Jonathan Pace returned to line up tonight, as I stated a little earlier, from the IR. This is Masson's first game, while Pace returns after almost a month on the IR. Pace with 1 goal and 9 assists, the defenseman with 10 points, but more importantly, a +18 rating, which means he's been on the ice for 18 more goals than against. That said, we need that, especially after losing both Taylor Brierly and Chase Carter. Another good thing to think about as well for Birmingham. But before I do that, Joey Colatarsi was given a 4-game suspension by the league office last year for a penalty that occurred in the 3rd period of that last game in Peoria. So Colatarsi misses not only tonight, but tomorrow night and the 2 next weekend against Roanoke, the defending champions. Scott Donahue tonight will be missing. He'll serve his last game of his 2-game suspension. He'll be back in the lineup tomorrow night. So there will be a couple of other changes made to make room for him, or he may sit out as well. As we're getting closer to the playoffs, you're going to see a lot of teams, including Birmingham and Fayetteville, bring in as many players as they can to see exactly where we stand, exactly where they stand. You've got to improve your team before the playoffs, because if you don't, everyone else will, and you'll be left behind. Sitting tonight, Josh Harris, who's averaged over a point a game since rejoining Birmingham. He's sitting out to get a look at these younger kids. A.J. Ryan, C.J. Walker, Kyler Matthews, and for that matter, Parker Allison as well, is only playing in his 5th game as a professional. So a lot of changes taking place around the league. A lot of people coming back off long-term injuries, such as Zach Masson, as well as Jonathan Pace. And with only 10 games remaining in the regular season before the playoffs start, it's very important to make sure you've got the right players for that second season, which is a totally different hockey game than you're used to playing. You got to have tough guys to play well in April. Okay, we'll take a short break. We've had about 9 minutes to go here before we start the second period of play. Once again, I'm not quite sure how the sound is on both YouTube, the audio, as well as the audio on Flow Sports or Hockey TV. I hope it's worked itself out. I have seen no messages to indicate otherwise, but we'll keep it up. If you got a message or if you got a problem, let me know. Every once in a while I do check the messages on YouTube. Okay, stay with us. No score, Birmingham and Fayetteville. After 1 period of play, you're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey. welcome back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Cherneski here as the Birmingham Bulls and the Fayetteville Marksmen tied up. No score at the end of one period of play. If you're watching on Hockey TV or Flow Sports, you understand my dilemma when I'm looking at the Carolina Reapers jerseys, as cool as they are and as great as they look when you're standing in front of them. From afar, when you're trying to describe what's happening and describe who is the actual player that's making the play, it is beyond difficult to be able to read these numbers, especially on the sleeves. But I promise you, I'm doing my best. I know I'm not accurate for most of the time, at least where that comes. Tonight, I'll talk a little bit now with 3 minutes to go before the period about the Birmingham Bulls in the East Coast Hockey League. Michael Gillespie, Keyshawn Gervais, Jordan Martin, Taylor Brierly, Chase Carter, and Nick Fia, all former Bulls that we'd love to have back for the playoffs. Michael Gillespie, 38 games, 15 points. Keyshawn Gervais, 37 games, 14 points. Jordan Martin, 33 games, 7 points. Taylor Brierly, 21 games, 3 points. Chase Carter, one of my favorite players ever, 20 games played, 5 points, but a +5 rating. That'll keep him in that league. Nick Fia was released recently by Reading. He played in 19 games, only had 1 assist. So we'll see what happens with Nick Fia. Whether he returns or not remains to be seen. Also, is Carson Rose of the Birmingham Bulls, leading scorer. He was named the Warrior SPHL Player of the Month for February. During that February run, Carson Rose scored 9 goals. 2 of them were game-winning goals. He added 6 assists, and that happened in only 10 games. During that stretch for Carson, Birmingham went 8-1-1. He is number 2 in the SPHL scoring race, 24 goals, 27 assists. All right, both teams making it back on the ice. We'll take our final break, then we'll have second period action. Jody Cherneski here from the Pelham Civic Complex. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
All right, back to the Pelham Civic Complex. We're about set for second period action. Birmingham Bulls, Fayetteville Marksmen, or tonight and tomorrow, Cahaba Valley Vipers are the Birmingham Bulls, and the Carolina Reapers are the Fayetteville Marksmen. Fayetteville, as I mentioned before, has had a rough go of it the last 10 or so games. They went off in a tear, winning like 12 games in a row in January and February, but have just fallen off the cliff as of late. 15 goals they've scored in their last 10 games. That's 1.5 goals per game average. Anytime you can only average 1.5 goals a game, you're asking your goaltender to keep it to 2 goals or less every night. That's impossible to do, and the main reason Fayetteville has not won in their last 10 outings. Off the draw, puck's into the Fayetteville zone, taken by Birmingham behind the net. Pass Mac Lewis, puts the brakes on, gives it for Zach Masson. Cycles it behind for McTavish. Back to Ryan Romeo, near side. Banked off the glass and out by Fayetteville. Birmingham will try and get it right back in. It bounced off the skate of Zach Masson. 3-on-2 for Fayetteville as they enter the Bull zone. Now it's dropped back for Monkovich. Monkovich, a backhander, goes wide. Parker Allison sends it up for McTavish. 3 defensive players back, so McTavish just dumps it in. Arujo picks it up for Fayetteville. Monkovich takes the shot, deflected by Matthews into the far corner. Nazareth has it. He's knocked down by Glover, and the puck comes free just out of the reach of the Bulls. Played in the corner, though. Birmingham has it. Wiesner had Sinclair cruising in front, couldn't get him. The puck, Matthews takes the puck. He sends one wide. It bounced off the side of the net, and Nazareth has it for Carolina. Ahead for Pitters. Pitters gets around Matthews, but loses the puck. Whistle blows, and this is going to be a penalty called. Going to be a hook on the play, and this one's going to come, I believe, to Parker Allison. We'll wait and see what the call is, or maybe, no, it's not Allison, it's Matthews. Kyler Matthews will go off the ice for the hook, and Carolina will be on their first power play of the night with 18:36 to go here in the second period of play. Power play for Fayetteville. Second overall in the league. Scored 35 power play goals. They have given up 3 shorthanded. Birmingham has the third best penalty kill in the league, giving up 23 power play goals and scored 2 shorthanded goals. The problem with Birmingham and the shorthanded goals is they were done by Keyshawn Gervais, both of them that is, and he's in the East Coast Hockey League. Off the draw, Birmingham's Glover takes and clears the zone, but he couldn't get it the length of the ice. It went right into the belly of one of the Carolina players, and they'll try and regain entry into the Bull zone. They do. Pitters has it. Taken away from him. A nice play by Carson Rose. Look out, Love's trying to get back. Carson Rose takes the shot. That one, I believe, rang off the post and just gets out of the zone. Nice chance there by Carson Rose. Now Vander Maraker sends one through, looking for Hunter out of his reach. And McTavish clears for Birmingham. Nice chance, shorthanded for Birmingham. Just couldn't beat Perrone. 3 breakaways for Birmingham and no goals to show for it. Now Love brings it in. Drops it back for Cook. Cam Cook hit by Wiesner on the play, and it causes the puck to go the length of the ice. Perrone out of his net, he'll play it. Not quite as active in his net as he was in the first period. Crothers, the goaltender, or the coach, probably told him, calm down, this is your first game. He was taking a lot of chances. Now this is another stoppage of play. As the referee, Lortie, goes over to the scorer's table. Delay of game is called on Carolina, or Fayetteville. The goaltender, Perrone, lifted the puck out of play himself, and it cleared the glass. So that'll do it for the power play for Carolina. They only had 1 minute and 2 seconds of power play time. So we'll be 4-on-4 hockey here for 58 seconds, providing no other calls are made. And then Birmingham will have a short 1 minute, 2 second power play themselves. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. The ice opens up now with 2 less players on it. We'll see what the Bulls can do. In the Carolina zone, Vance gives it to Kozarev through that face-off circle, takes a shot, steered aside by Perrone. And Fayetteville clears. There's Barrow with the puck. Barrow brings it into center ice, has Monkovich with him. Barrow takes a shot, gobbled up there by Atherton of Birmingham, and instead of letting it pop free with a player right on top of him, he decides to hold it for a face-off in his own zone with 17:08 to go here in the second period of play. Vander Maraker on the draw for Fayetteville. Sinclair for Birmingham. 4-on-4 hockey for another 33 seconds. And then we'll see what happens. Now the linesman going over talking to the Zamboni entrance. The equipment, the Zamboni guy's going to come on the ice, it looks like. Not quite sure what's going on, to be honest with you. The linesman's over at the Zamboni entrance door talking to the building crew. Jason Lortie, it looks like there's big chip or a hole in the ice on that far right wing side in the Birmingham zone. They're looking at it now. And the maintenance crew will have to come out and fix it. So we'll take a short break while the building crew comes out to fix a hole in the ice. No score. Birmingham and Fayetteville, you're listening to Birmingham Bulls hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Back at the Pelham Civic Complex, it looks like the ice issues have been taken care of. Face off in the Bulls zone, 4-on-4 hockey for another 30 seconds. Birmingham plays it behind their own net. Parker Allison with the puck, sends it through center ice to Miller. Sinclair back behind the net. Watched there by Barrow. Excuse me, that's Jamie Dorsey. Puck comes free, Carolina has it. One-on-one now through center ice. Parker Allison back defensively for Birmingham. Coburn sends it in front. Out of the reach of Carolina, and Birmingham's on a short power play for another minute. Puck in their own zone. Drake Glover will take it now at center ice. Has McTavish with him. Ryan Romeo with the puck. Off the backhand of his stick, so he'll play it deep. Return for Romeo. Near boards, down low. Has McTavish in front. Kozarev back to Romeo. Kozarev looks for somewhere to go, so he'll skate with it through the slot. Drops it back for Romeo. Down low, Glover tried to center one, couldn't get it done. Birmingham has control of the puck, though, in the Fayetteville zone. A shot by Rose, save made by Perron, and it goes into the netting, out of play. So with 25 seconds remaining on this Birmingham power play, faceoff will come up in the Fayetteville zone. For you guys that really care, not that it matters, but first goals seem to be very important to both of these hockey teams. When Birmingham scores first, they're 21-3-4. When Fayetteville scores first, they're 17-1-2. It's just an odd stat to me with just one goal, and it's usually in the first period. I don't quite understand how that one goal can be such an indicative part of who wins the game, but for these two teams it has been. Now Fayetteville tries to clear. Rose a good job to keep it alive. Kozarev has it. We're down to 10 seconds left in the power play. Glover takes a shot. He scores! Glover had the puck low just to the left of Brandon Perron beside the post, and I believe Perron, as well as the Carolina defense, thought he was going to center a pass to McTavish, and instead he shot it, and it bounced in off a player. Birmingham on the power play converts on a shortened power play and take a 1-0 lead. Again, I don't know if Glover will get credit for the goal. It looked like it bounced in or deflected in off of somebody else, and it did. It bounced in off of the stick of Ryan Lee, so Glover will get the goal. We'll get the call in a minute. Here's the call.
Scored by number 19, Drake Glover, his 27th goal of the season. The assists, number 7, Nikita Kozarev, and number 20, Carson Vance. And first Viper goal scored at 4:19 of the second period.
So Birmingham takes the lead. 1-0 on the power play goal by Glover. 27th goal of the year by Glover. Play in the Birmingham Bulls zone. Arujo has it. Arujo drops it down low. We'll see if Fayetteville can play from behind. Puck comes free through the slot. Zach Masson, lumbering through center ice, powers his way in and sends it in deep. Birmingham will change on the fly. Long pass ahead off the stick of Dylan Radin, the former Bull, and it deflects into the crowd and out of play. So a face-off will come there at just inside the neutral zone. Birmingham 1, Fayetteville 0. Off the goal, Drake Glover, 27 goals on the season. Glover, again, played last year in Fayetteville. I'm not quite sure. They had a coaching change. Glover and both Carson Vance, former Fayetteville Marksmen, were allowed to walk free as free agents. Craig Simchuk, the head coach of the Birmingham Bulls, and Kevin Kerr, the assistant, wasted no time in bringing those two in, and luckily they agreed to come in to play for Birmingham. And it's paid off big time, especially in the goal scoring. Carson Vance, the defenseman, 18 points on the year, 3 goals, 15 assists, and as I said, Glover, his 27th goal of the season for Birmingham, his 49th point, but more importantly and more impressively, Drake Glover has a plus 24 rating in his plus-minus category. A lot of people think that's a Fugazi stat, doesn't really matter, and in some cases it doesn't. But anytime you've been on the ice 25 more times or 24 more times than the opponent scored for you, something is going right. You're doing something. Now we have a hand pass, so we'll have another face-off as the players are fighting there along that face-off dot. Just can't be anything but impressed by Drake Glover and what he's done this year. Ryan Romeo, another player, plus 23 as a defenseman. He gets a lot of ice time. He's basically, Birmingham has played with 5 defensemen for so long now. Plus 23 for Ryan Romeo. Nikita Kozarev, right winger, plus 21. Carson Rose, we all know how he's abused and tracked all over the league, plus 20 on the year. Jonathan Pace back in the action tonight. One of the reasons we needed him so bad, a defenseman with a plus 18 rating, and that's coming into tonight. Now, centering pass by Sinclair gets past everyone, kept alive by Kyler Matthews. Off the skate of Romeo, Monkovich sends it ahead for Coburn. Matthews back defensively on him. Tyler Coburn plays it for Monkovich. Wiesner on him. There's a centering pass save made, a nice one as Atherton was screened in front and he tracked the puck. Blocker save. That's a big save. Puck comes all the way back down in the Bulls zone. Nazareth catches up with it first. Matthews on him. Puck underneath of Nazareth. Now the whistle blows. We'll have a face-off in the Bulls zone. I guess Nazareth is okay. He didn't move after he went down the puck, probably wanting a whistle to sound so he could have a face-off in that Birmingham zone. As I said a few minutes ago, Birmingham, coming into tonight's game, had played in 28 games when they scored first. They've won 21 of them. 21-3-4 their record when scoring first. So if you believe in numbers and history, it's on Birmingham's side tonight. Off the draw, puck loose in the slot, picked up by the Bulls. Rose had it, lost it to Hunter, and he gains the control again. Now behind the net, a centering pass. That bounced through the crease and almost in. There's a deflection score. That shot taken from the point was deflected down low by Fayetteville. And it barely bounced in, but it got top shelf into the corner to the left of Drennan Atherton. And that deflection, I believe, came from Tyler Barrow. We'll see. But I believe Barrow will get credited with the goal. Nonetheless, no matter who it is, Fayetteville has tied this hockey game at 6:09 of the second period of play, less than 2 minutes after Birmingham took the lead. An even strength goal. Very hard for the off-ice officials to call assists. I'm telling you, it's very hard for them to call assist and make the official statement of plus-minus. It's just so hard to see these Carolina Reaper numbers. We'll get the call as soon as it comes in. 1-1 now the score. 13:51 remaining. First period of play. Here's the call.
22, Tyler Barrow. The assist, number 2, Nick Parody. Goal scored at 6:09.
So Barrow gets the goal. Parody on the assist to tie the game. Carolina with the puck deep in the Birmingham zone. Back at the point of Rougeau. Slides it across. Love with a shot. Whistles high and wide. Played behind the net. Vandermerocker, that is. In front, Cook turns, spins. Glove there by Atherton, and he holds on. Really nothing Drennan Atherton could do about that goal. Player was parked out, camped right beside the crease, right beside the blue paint. and his stick was right in the right spot at the right time. It's one of those times where you always hear keep your stick on the ice and go to the net. Those two reasons alone is the reason that goal was scored. He was standing in the crease right there beside the post, and his stick was low on the ice, and the shot somehow made it to the stick of Barrow and deflected in. Tie score. Now behind the play, Romeo takes his man down. Sinclair comes in. Puck is loose behind Atherton. Still loose. Comes free to the near side. Played at the point by Soper. Walks in, takes a shot, and that one whistled high. Fayetteville putting the pressure on in the Birmingham zone. Now Dalton Hunter had it, loses it to Romeo, who gives it to Sinclair, and finally Birmingham clears. Not sure for how long as Soper sends it right back in to the Bull zone where Jonathan Pace picks it up for Birmingham off the skate of Wiesner. And Carolina sends it right back in to the Bull zone. Pace absorbs the hit but gives it up for Romeo. Walker is there for Birmingham, but the puck deflects in. And icing will be called on the Birmingham Bulls. With 12:24 to go here in the second period of play, score tied at 1. Carolina at this point out shooting Birmingham 13-11. Carolina in desperate need of a win after not going winless in 10 games. Birmingham in desperate need to stop this two-game skid they've had, losing their last two, both to Peoria. Both teams desperately needing a win, in other words. Monkovich on the draw for Fayetteville. Sinclair for Birmingham. Picked up by Nazareth. Romeo on him. Nazareth curls away from him for Parody. Parody sends one through, knocked away by the Bulls defense, but the rebound comes to Nazareth. Far boards. Can't get past Romeo. Parody comes in to help out. Fayetteville keeps it alive in front. Monkovich was looking for a deflection. Now penalty coming up on Birmingham. This one's going to go on Jonathan Pace. Nazareth has the puck near boards. Curls out inside the blue line. Romeo on him. Can't get the shot off, but he gets away from Romeo. Gives it to Cook. Delayed penalty on Birmingham. 6-on-5 right now, skaters. Parody. Far side. Fayetteville looking for that one opportunity. Parody has it inside the blue line. Sends it down low. Nazareth looking for somewhere to go. Drops it back for Leaf. Down low. This delayed penalty's been going on for 30 seconds. Fayetteville keeping possession alive. Now Barrow has it. Barrow plays it down low. Nazareth. Watched by the Bulls defense. They need to get the puck away and touch it. And finally, C.J. Walker does. And a slash or a hold will be called on the Birmingham Bulls. And I believe it's going to be Jonathan Pace in his first game back in well over 3 weeks. Pace goes to the penalty box. And Fayetteville will start their second power play of the night. They're 0 for 1. Birmingham scored a power play goal, their only goal of the game. Here's the call.
Pace, 2 minutes for holding. Number 25, Jonathan Pace, 2 minutes for holding.
So Pace gets the holding call. 11-12 to go. Second period, Birmingham will try and kill this penalty and keep at least the game tied. Monkovich on the draw for Fayetteville. Glover for Birmingham. He's tossed, and Carson Rose will come in his place. Not sure why he was tossed. Monkovich wins the draw. Arujo has it. Down low off the stick of Coburn. Arujo pinching in. Gives it to Coburn. Back at the point, near side. Nazareth gets away from Glover. He'll drop it back for Arujo, or try to. Taken away from him by Carson Vance. Plays it behind his own net. Matthews can't backhand it out, but it does clear as Carson Rose caught up with it first and sends it down the ice. 1.5 minutes to go on the power play for Fayetteville. Drop pass back. Gained entry into the Bulls zone, but McTavish there picks that loose puck up and backhands one down the ice. Brendan Susie on the ice for Birmingham after a 3-week stint on the IR. On the penalty kill, Susie watching. Carefully, Cam Cook brings it into the bull zone, plays it behind the net. McTavish there with him. He'll send it back at the point. Return, there's a shot, he scores. Top of that face-off circle, Cam Cook buries it to the right of goaltender Drennan Atherton, and Fayetteville takes a 2-1 lead. 9:54 the time of that goal. I don't think it was deflected in front. It was just a nice shot from the top of that face-off circle, a wrister that beat Atherton. I'm sure Drennan would like to have that one back. There was really not a lot of traffic in front as well. But nonetheless, Fayetteville or Carolina takes a 2-1 lead over Birmingham. Birmingham's got to sort things up on that penalty kill. Now off the stick of A.J. Ryan. It was deep into that Carolina zone around the far boards. Here's the call of the goal.
Cameron Cook. The assist, number 3, Matt Aruhu. And number 22, Tyler Barrow.
Barrow and Arujo on the assist. Power play goal for Cam Cook. 2-1 lead now for Fayetteville. Birmingham sends the puck all the way down the ice. And now icing was called. Barrow takes down a man hard into the boards. Not quite sure who it was. It may have been Wiesner who gets up and he's mouthing back and forth now with Barrow. A.J. Ryan and Jonathan Pace came over. Dorsey took his man out. But on an icing call, no penalty is going to be called on the play. Jason Ortiz explaining it to Drake Glover as to why now. But that's the kind of play that you don't forget, at least I hope they don't forget. That was unnecessary to say the least. But it happened. And those are the kind of plays when your player's taken out like that, you got to come to his aid, you got to come to his rescue, that is. But more than anything, you need to send a message that that can't be done. You're not going to allow that to happen anymore. The explanation still going on between both Glover and referee Jason Ortiz. I'm sure both Craig Simchuk and Kevin Kerr want an explanation as to why that wasn't a boarding call. At the very least, roughing. You need to get control of this game to make sure you don't lose control of it. And maybe in a penalty or a hit position like that, you call it just to make sure nothing else happens. But it doesn't matter. It wasn't called, and with 9:34 remaining here in the second period, Birmingham trailing Fayetteville by a score of 2-1. Jason Ortiz still trying to explain his way to the Birmingham Bulls. He'll come around the far side and say, let's play hockey. Adam Pitter's on the draw for Fayetteville. McTavish for Birmingham. Still waiting on the drop of the puck. Finally dropped. Birmingham controlled. Now we'll skate through center ice. A.J. Ryan brings it into the Fayetteville zone. Can't get around the defense of Nick Parody, so he'll skate behind the net. Parody, a good play. Rides him completely out of the play, and Fayetteville clears the zone. Brought back in. Far side, Carson Vance. Ryan Leith on him, so Vance sends it near side. C.J. Walker with the puck. Pressured there by Fayetteville. He'll drop it down into the corner. Out of the reach of Susie. Nick Parody sends it far side. Zach Masson takes it away for Carson Vance, that is. Slap shot by Allison. He didn't get all of it. Puck in the near corner. Birmingham trying to put the pressure on to even this game. 2-1 Fayetteville. 8:45 to go, second period. And the Marksmen clear, or tonight the Carolina Reapers clear down the length of the ice. And icing is called. So a faceoff will come up to the right of rookie netminder in his first game as a professional, Brendan Perrone. Done a really fine job so far tonight. 3 different breakaways, none of them resulting in goals. drop. Birmingham has it. Kozarev, far boards. Back for Allison. He takes a slap shot, score! I don't know if Rose got it. I don't know who deflected it in front, but a nice shot there by Parker Allison evens this game at 2-2. Allison may have got it or Rose may have deflected in front. I don't know, but it did change direction. And 11:29, the time of that goal. Birmingham ties it up at 2. I'll say it again, this is a big game for both teams. Tied up at 2 now with 8.5 to go. Fayetteville, Monkovich sends it in, but taken away by the Bulls. Sinclair has it near side, in his own zone. McGregor sends it through center ice, picked there by A.J. Ryan, who's hit on the play and goes down by Coburn. Fayetteville has the puck in their own zone. Here's the call of the goal.
Glover! His second goal of the night, his 28th of the season. The assist, number 7, Nikita Kozarev. And number 7.
There's a shot taken, picked up by Hudson. He holds it now, pushing and shoving behind the play. McTavish has a hold. I believe that's Monkovich. Now they're trying to get free from each other. I believe they want to go. There's the first little shove in the face by McTavish. Gloves are still, well, McTavish's glove is off. The linesman step in between the two. And as Atherton covered that puck up, Birmingham wanted to make sure no one was near him. And that's when the trouble started. This game could get really interesting. As I said to start the game with, Birmingham came out and has played more physical hockey in that first period than I've seen all year long. And it's kind of spilled over into this. As McTavish dropped his gloves, he was ready to go. Both each had the jersey of each other. But as play has gone on, that physical play is really stretched on to both Fayetteville and Birmingham. And when you're tied at 2-2, and you come into this hockey game at home having lost the last 2, and if you're Fayetteville coming into this hockey game having not won in your last 10, tempers are going to flare. Play is going to get rough. At the very least, it's going to get very physical. And that's exactly what's happened. This is a big game for both teams. Birmingham maintaining a 2-point lead over Peoria for first place in the league and overall home ice advantage in the playoffs. They would like to stay there. Masson gets control of the puck off the draw. Birmingham ahead. Masson drops it back for Lewis. Tip to the head for Zach Masson. Behind the net, Masson in front for Susie. And that was a nice pass by Masson. Susie got the shot off, but it just went into the midsection of Brandon Perrone, and he holds it for the draw. Nice play by Masson, setting up Susie in front. It just didn't work. 7:42 to go, second period, tied at 2. Carolina out shooting Birmingham or Cahaba Valley at this point by a margin of 17-15. Face off to the left of Perrone. Masson on the draw for Birmingham. He won the last draw. Puck drop controlled by Fayetteville, and they'll skate away with the puck through center ice. Yerkins had it, but lost it. Rose bounces around the boards. Carolina keeps it in. Down low, Cook, the last goal scorer for Yerkins. Anthony Yerkins lost, but leaves it for Vander Rocker. Now, big hit there, Lewis. On Cook, he goes down. Birmingham's Masson has it. Has Susie with him. Masson just lifts one right in on net. It bounced to the goaltender Perrone quickly. Here comes Fayetteville in front. Save made by Atherton. 2-0 break. As Brandon Perrone, the goaltender, sprung his people loose. Birmingham didn't expect that outlet pass from a goaltender. And 2 separate players for Fayetteville were off to the races from center ice stripe on in. In front, Adam Pitters was waiting on the pass. And probably the shot should have been taken immediately instead of a pass for Pitters. But Atherton stretched out and knocked the puck away. Held on. Birmingham fortunate in that one. We're still knotted at 2:7:01 to go. Off the draw. Fayetteville controls. Love gives it up. There's a shot taken, blocked in front. Rose trying to catch up with it before Love. Puck is loose. Now it's taken by Kozarev. Kozarev centering pass to the slot. Allison save made. Rebound loose. Cleared to the boards by Fayetteville, but not out. Matthews with a shot. Save made. Kozarev couldn't get the rebound. Now Dalton Hunter has it. Rose hits him. Loose along the far boards. Cleared through center ice. Fayetteville has it. Pitters was there. Matthews on him. Puck comes free to the far side. Glover will take it for Birmingham. For Rose. Out of the reach of Kozarev. Birmingham will change lines. Turned into a really good hockey game. Look out. Hunter had it. Vance with a nice play. Takes it away from him. Right through the slot. Centering pass broken up by the Bulls. And Wiesner has it now through center ice. Wiesner with a shot. Goes well wide and along the near boards here. Birmingham will try and keep it alive. Sinclair fighting along the boards along with A.J. Ryan. It comes free for Fayetteville and they'll clear. Brings it into the Bull zone. Ryan Romeo takes it. He can't clear. Kept alive by Nazareth. And now they're going to call. Referee blew the whistle. Didn't signal a penalty, but maybe. They'll call a hand pass. I believe the faceoff will come right in front of the Fayetteville bench or the Carolina Reaper bench, whatever you want to call them tonight. It's okay with me. 5:37 to go, second period. Score tied at 2. And I apologize to anybody listening back in Fayetteville. It's just if I miss identifying your players, I'm trying my best, but it's very hard to see multicolored numbers on a light blue background. No excuses. I should know this, but it's hard to see for me. Far side, Wiesner catches up with it first and sends it back into the Carolina zone. Vandermeer Rocker leaves it. Now Sinclair had it. He took it away from Ryan Leith, who took it right back, but Carolina was in ahead of the play offside, so a faceoff comes just outside the Birmingham blue line with 5:18 to go here in the second period of play. Carolina Reapers and the Cahaba Valley Vipers tied at 2. AKA the Birmingham Bulls and the Fayetteville Marksmen. Off the draw, puck is loose. Susie pokes it into the Carolina zone. Love was there along with Susie. It's being fought for along the boards. A lot of board battles tonight. This one pokes free back into the Bull zone. Jonathan Pace will take it near side. Tips it ahead for Walker. C.J. Walker sends it into the near corner. Love sends it far side. Cook takes it now through center ice. 2 men back. Tries to get around Allison. Does. Cook slides one through the crease. Player slides into Drennan Atherton as Birmingham clears the zone. Atherton slow to get up, but he does. Now ahead of the play, Yerkins, who was in, crashed into the crease, or Atherton was in ahead of the play, and as Carolina brought it in, offside is the call. So a faceoff comes right back to where we started from, in front of the Carolina bench. And we'll take our last media timeout of the period. 2-2 the score, Birmingham and Fayetteville. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I can make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
Jody Chinesky back at the Pelham Civic Complex. Birmingham and Fayetteville with 4:33 remaining in the second period, tied at 2. Drake Glover, a pair for Birmingham, his 27th and 28th of the season. Cam Cook and Tyler Barrow, the goal scorers for Fayetteville. Setting up to what's going to be a great finish. Face-off just outside the Birmingham blue line drop. Fayetteville controls. Most of the face-off tonight have been won by Fayetteville. Carson Vance loses it. Pitters has it. Adam Pitters drops it behind the net for Barrow. Had it taken away from him by Drake Glover, who clears the zone. Oh, almost tipped it up for Carson Rose, just out of his reach. Played now by Brandon Perone. Again, goaltender's losing the puck in front. Score! That's what happens when your goaltender does something that his defenseman should be doing. Brandon Perone, in his first game as a pro, dropped the puck right in front of him, played it, thought about playing it, dropped it again, and finally he did clear it right onto the stick of Drake Glover, who completes a natural hat trick for the Birmingham Bulls. That is the first natural hat trick for Birmingham this season, and it comes at 15:54 of the second period. Glover with the natural hat trick. He scores his 27th, 28th, and then the 29th goal of the season. The 30th can't be far off. Here's the call.
Number 19, Drake Glover. That is goal number 3 for the night, giving him the hat trick. Goal number 29 for the season. Unassisted goal scored at 15:54.
You might want to give an assist to the Fayetteville or Carolina netminder. He's got to learn. I mean, I know it's his first game as a pro, and he probably was able to play the puck a lot more in college. But you can't play the puck like you're a defenseman and put it right on the stick of the SPHL's leading goal scorer, because that's what happened. Hat trick, Drake Glover, Birmingham with a 3-2 lead. 4:06 to go, second period of play. Carson Vance off the draw, backhands one in deep, played by Perone. Near side, A.J. Ryan intercepts. Coburn on him. Vance will keep it in for Birmingham. He'll backhand one into the near corner behind the net. Wiesner is there. In front, Ryan couldn't walk out in front. It's poke checked away from him. Now he's hit on the play in the corner. Monkovich ties his man up. Wiesner comes in for Birmingham. He's hit and drawn or knocked down by Jamie Dorsey. Coburn has it. He'll bank one off the glass and out. Look out. Vance is back for Birmingham. There's a shot taken. Goes wide and high. Monkovich tries to spin and shoot. Didn't get anything on it, and Birmingham banks one out into center ice. Tyler Love, far side, looking for Nazareth. Past him. He'll come off for a change as Vance backhands one along the near boards. Now a whistle blows, and that one was a delayed offside on the call on Fayetteville, so Birmingham and Fayetteville will have the draw taken outside the zone. 3:07 to go here in the second period of play. Birmingham up by a score of 3-2. Now Nazareth is off to the penalty box. That was a penalty. Here's the call.
Nazareth. Time of the penalty, 16:53 of the second period.
I did not see the call, and I just assumed it was a delayed offside. I never saw the referee signal a penalty. Of course, that's very easy to understand. I'm not the brightest of individuals. So we're on a power play once again for Birmingham. Third of the night. Birmingham 1 for 2 with 3:07 to go here in the second period of play. Drake Glover on the draw, completed his hat trick just minutes ago. Yerkins for Fayetteville wins the draw. Parity has it. He loses it. Played behind the net. Ryan Leith is there. Glover comes in to help along with Kozarev. Still loose. Yerkins tries to kick it free. Played along the far boards. Carson Rose spins one out for Ryan Romeo. Waits for traffic to get in front. Rose has it. Back for Romeo. Romeo down low looking for Glover's deflection. He got a piece of it, but it went wide. Kozarev, one-timer. Romeo save made. Cook tries to clear Romeo. Good job to keep it alive. Now Kozarev has it down low looking for a deflection. Knocked away by Ryan Leith. Birmingham has control. Kozarev Spins through the slot, plays it down low for Glover. A shot right into the glove, though, of Brandon Perrone. And they're talking to each other. I'm sure the rookies saying, please, enough. You've got 3. Do you need another? The kid's played well in net for Fayetteville, but he has taken some chances that weren't necessary. The last one cost him big time. Minute 12 to go on the power play for Birmingham. 2:18 in the second period. Bulls up by 1, 3-2. Puck drops. Sinclair sends it back for Carson Vance. Walks through the middle. Vance takes a shot. Save made, rebound loose. Birmingham couldn't get converted, and Fayetteville clears the zone. Under a minute to go in the power play. Birmingham will regroup. Far side. McGregor Sinclair leading power play goal scorer in the league for Wiesner. Wiesner backhands one that would have went wide into the side of the net, but Perrone decides to hold on to it. So a face-off is called. Now referee Jason Lortie looked like he was signaling high sticking as he skated to the Birmingham bench. This is going to be a high sticking penalty on Tyler Barrow, so Birmingham, for 42 seconds, providing no other penalty is called, will have a 5-on-3 man advantage.
Carolina penalty number 22, Tyler Barrow, 2 minutes for high sticking.
High sticking is the call on Tyler Barrow. I'll be honest, I didn't see it.
Time to the penalty, 18-12 of the second period.
And if my partner Greg Dreveny was here, he would have seen it and tell me what happened. But that's not the case. Fayetteville wins control and sends it right in on Atherton, who'll steer it aside and give it to Ryan Romeo. 30 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 advantage. Birmingham would be well advised to get the skates going and get into that zone. Rose stops just inside the blue line. Far side pass for Romeo. Down low, back to Romeo. Sends it for Rose. Down to 20 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage. And Birmingham loses control as the puck bounced off of Kozarev's stick. 10 seconds to go. Romeo for Carson Rose. 5 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. Rose, far side pass. Kozarev in front, deflected right in, score! They waited for the traffic to come in front, and if I'm not mistaken, that's number 4 for Drake Glover. You got to be kidding me. Drake Glover on the power play, giving the Bulls a 2-goal lead at 4-2. 18:56, the time of the goal. This has been the Drake Glover Show. His 30th of the year, 4th of the game. And that's a big goal. That's a 2-goal lead for Birmingham, who was behind 2-1 just a few minutes back.
1 minute left in the period, Vipers, 1 minute.
A minute to go in the period. Birmingham up now by a score of 4-2. They'll regain the zone. Right in on Perrone. He hasn't learned his lesson yet. Instead of covering, he clears it. And Carolina brings it into the zone. In front, Barrow with a shot. Save made by Atherton. How he made that, I don't know. And here we go. Behind the net, everybody's involved. Pushing, shoving, punching, dragging, pulling. Jonathan Pace, Susi. Now Adam Pitters comes in to the help of his man. Zach Masson behind the net ripped the helmet off of one of the Carolina players. It doesn't look like we're going to have any fisticuffs, which is okay. What I like to see is players coming in and deciding they're not going to be pushed and shoved around anymore, as Birmingham has been over the last few weeks. They're dishing it out and answering the call when needed. And that's exactly what you need 10 games before the playoffs. I like what I see tonight from the Birmingham Bulls. 37.6 seconds remaining.
Zach Masson, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 21, Zach Masson, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty.
All right, I guess Masson's the only one out of 10 players back there. Pushing, pulling, shoving, biting, punching. That gets the penalty, but that'll be a power play for Fayetteville or Carolina. It'll be their 3rd of the night. Birmingham's had 4 power plays. They're 2 for 4. Carolina 0 for 2 on both of their power plays. And with only 37.6 seconds remaining, unless Carolina scores, this will carry on over to the 3rd period, or unless another call is made. Did not get the assist on that last goal, but I'll get it for you as soon as this period's over with and try and be at least as accurate as I can. Birmingham will send Glover out for the faceoff. He's on the power play. He's on the penalty kill. Plays a regular shift, if not double shifting. If he's not the most valuable player on this team, then I don't know who is. Birmingham gains control and sends it the length of the ice. Under 30 seconds to go. Tyler Love picks it up for Carolina. They'll try another rush. One last one before the period's over with. Drops it back. Pitters loses his escape, comes in. Now Romeo's slow to get up, I believe. Adam Pitters fell right into the left leg of Ryan Romeo, who's really in some pain right now. He gets up. Hard to put pressure on that left leg. That's the last thing I want to see. We need Ryan Romeo. And so does my granddaughter. My 5-year-old granddaughter is in love with Ryan Romeo. Oh well. Back to action. Fayetteville will bring it into the Bull zone. 10 seconds to go. Maybe one last shot. Pitters has it. Down low. 5 seconds to go. Back for Pitters. Love a shot stick to the side by Atherton, and that'll do it for the 2nd period of play. Birmingham and the Drake Glover show takes a 4-2 lead into the locker room over the Carolina Reapers, or Fayetteville Marksmen, whatever you want to call it. I'm not quite sure. I'd like to settle on one name for the rest of this game and tomorrow night. Carolina Reapers rolls off the tongue. Fayetteville, a little too many syllables for this simple mind. But nonetheless, at the end of 2 periods of play, Birmingham with a 4-2 lead over Fayetteville. Shots on goal, Birmingham out shooting Fayetteville 22-20, but more importantly up 4-2 on the scoreboard. We'll take a break. I'll come back and try and clean the mess up as far as the goals and assists go on the Drake Glover goals. But nonetheless, Birmingham 4, Fayetteville 2. Stay with us. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey. Okay, Jody Chernesky back here at the Pelham Civic Complex. We're Birmingham on the street of 4 Drake Glover goals. Taking a 4-2 lead into the locker room in preparation for the third period of play. As I said earlier, this is an important game for both teams. Both teams coming in on the semi-right or same tracks. Birmingham's lost 2 in a row. First time we've lost back-to-back games since the first 2 games of the season in October of 23. And Fayetteville comes into the game having not won in their last 10 outings. So this game is important to get back on the right track for both teams right now. With a 2-goal lead, Birmingham trying to get something going and take this one home into tomorrow night's game. Both these 2 teams will play again tomorrow night. Same place, same time, just different night. Coming into this game, as I said, Birmingham a 2-point lead over second place Peoria. Fayetteville a 2-point lead over 5th place Huntsville. Huntsville's winning tonight, the last I heard, by a score 3-1 over Evansville. Peoria's beating Pensacola 2-1 as we speak. So both these teams needing a pair of wins or needing a pair of points tonight just to see what happens. All right, let me clean up the mess that was the goals and assists in that second period. First, Fayetteville scored first in the second period at 6:09. Goal by Tyler Barrow, assist to Nick Parity. That came at 6:09, an even strength goal. They took a 2-1 lead at 9:54 of the second period as Cameron Cook scored his 18th of the year. The assists go to Matarujo, as well as Tyler Barrow, his second point of the night. That was a 2-1 lead for Fayetteville. Birmingham evened the score less than 2 minutes later at 11:29 of the second period of play. Drake Glover scored again, his second of the night, 28th of the year. An even strength goal assisted by Nikita Kozarev and Carson Rose. That's Kozarev's second point of the night. A 3-2 lead Birmingham regained 15:54 into the second period. Drake Glover once again, his third of the night, the hat trick, a natural hat trick. 29th of the year, unassisted goal as their goaltender, the new goaltender that is a rookie netminder, really needed to, Brandon Perrone, curtail some of the stick work and puck work. He gave the puck away to, of all people, the leading goal scorer in the league, Drake Glover, who buried it, giving Birmingham a 3-2 lead. The unassisted goal, 15:54. At 18:56 of the second, Glover scores his fourth of the night on a deflection in front, 30th of the year, assisted by Carson Rose and Nikita Kozarev. Kozarev's third point of the night, Carson Rose second point of the night, Drake Glover 4 goals. I mean, that one line right there has carried Birmingham through this. The one thing I will say about Birmingham that I've noticed differently tonight than I have all year long is a much more physical brand of hockey, a much more an answering to the call, so to speak. If someone pushes and shoves when they don't like it, Birmingham has came right back in to give it right back, just to let the other team know you're not going to be able to push us, shove us, and abuse us like some teams have done this year. Maybe, just maybe, that play carries over not only into the third period and tomorrow night, but the rest of the season, because it's exactly what you need to be successful in this playoff. That's why Roanoke defeated Birmingham in the finals last year, because they had the players to play that type of game. Birmingham, quite honestly, could not answer, and 3 overtime losses was the difference in that. Physical play, Birmingham could not answer to Roanoke last year, and it looks like the coaching staff is starting to address it this year. Either way, we got a minute to go before the start of the third period, so we'll take a break and bring you all the third period action. Jody Chernesky here, alone tonight. Greg Dreveny hopefully will be back tomorrow night, but the score at the end of 2, Birmingham 4, Fayetteville 2. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
All right, we're about set for third period. Birmingham is undefeated, and it's famous last words, I know, but when leading after 2 periods of play, Birmingham has yet to lose a regular season game this year. Hopefully the trend will continue for Birmingham, but Fayetteville, I'm telling you, is going to come out like they have not come out all year long. They need a win, and they need it in the worst of ways. I expect Fayetteville to come out and show us everything they've got and what should be a very hard fought, physical, fast skating third period. I'm looking forward to it as we're back to action. Love had a lot of ice time tonight. Tyler Love brings the puck into the bull zone and sends it into the near corner. Puck bounces right in front of Atherton, who tries to clear. He does, and the puck is picked up at center ice by Van de Maraker, I'm sorry. That's a hard one for me. Now it's played by Glover at that center ice stripe. Sends it in right on goal. Love takes it away from his netminder. Good idea. Don't give him another chance to get the puck away. Hunter sends it far side into the bull zone. Parker Allison lost it. Played it the far side for Cook. Cam Cook sends it back. Shot taken by Van de Maraker. Save made by Atherton. Rebound picked up by Fayetteville. Near side, Barrow sends it down low. Cook walks out in front. Save made. Blocker saved by Atherton. Kept alive by Love. Behind the net. Puck comes all the way near side. Monkovich is there. That's Barrow. Back for Love. Return for Barrow. Cross ice pass. Shot goes wide. Van de Maraker has it in the far corner. He'll send it back to Love. Love takes a shot, goes wide. Fayetteville putting the pressure on. I knew this would happen. Behind the net. Birmingham's finally killed the penalty. Zach Masson back on the ice. And we're back at full and even strength. Now picked up by McTavish. He'll try to curl through the slot. Shot blocked there by Parity, goes wide. Played along the near corner. Masson has the puck. Puts the brakes on. Spins away from Van de Maraker. But Leaf ties him up. He can't get away from Ryan Leaf. And Fayetteville has it, lost it. Masson had it taken away from him. Now Coburn has it. He'll drop it back for his defense. And back comes Fayetteville. Sends it into the near corner. Monkovich catches up with it. Centering pass. Didn't make it through. Coburn was cruising, but he couldn't get the stick on the puck. Just underway, third period. Birmingham 4, Fayetteville 2. Now C.J. Walker sends it in slowly into the Fayetteville zone. A soft pass. It did get through, but easily cleared by the Carolina Reapers. That's it. I'm just going to say Carolina Reapers the rest of the night. Coburn has it. He'll walk to that face-off circle. Poke checked away from him. And it's cleared through center ice. And Nazareth sends it behind the net. Pace picks it up for Birmingham. Ahead for Kozarev. Poke checked away from him and stopped there at center ice. Carolina takes it. They'll skate through the Birmingham zone. Out of the reach of Yerkins, he'll set it up. Pace back defensively, breaks that pass up. And Kozarev has it far boards. He'll just clear the zone. 16:46 to go here in the third period. Bulls up by 2. In the corner, Glover has it. Lost it. Picked up by Kozarev. Far side, Allison. For Matthews, takes the shot. Whistles high and wide. Allison picks the loose puck up. Played behind the net for Carson Rose. He's tied up by Love. Puck comes free for Allison. A shot blocker save. Rebound loose. Cleared away by the Fayetteville defense. Now Allison, a big hit. Keeps the puck alive. Hit Radin. Former teammate Dylan Radin takes that one. Now Susi intercepts the clearing pass. He'll bring it in. Shot deflected by Love. Mac Lewis has it. He'll set it up in the corner for McTavish. Returns for Lewis behind the net. Far boards. Lewis has it poked away from him by Hunter. And Dylan Radin takes it and he'll set it up into the Bull zone. Parker Allison playing in his rookie season with a big hit there on Dylan Radin. That's played behind their own net, and this is icing is going to be called on Birmingham with 15:42 to go here in the third period of play. Bulls up 4-2 over the Carolina Reapers. You guys in Fayetteville are going to love these jerseys. I even like the colors. If the numbers were solid colors instead of multicolor, it'd be perfect. Face off to the right of Drennan Atherton. Cook on the draw for Carolina. Puck controlled by the Bulls. Matthews skates behind his own net. He'll backhand one off the boards for Susie, who banks it into center ice. Mac Lewis comes in with McTavish. Sends it far side. A shot save made. Rebound goes in the corner. Hunter drops it back behind his own net. Played by Carolina in their own zone. Wiesner forechecking there. They'll clear the zone though and bring it back into the Bull zone. Gets away from Sinclair. This is going to be a penalty coming up, and that's going to be a kneeing penalty on McGregor Sinclair. He did not connect, but he did alter the play, and he did stick that leg out. That's a good call. I'm sure McGregor Sinclair would like to have lined him up and popped him cleanly. They'll call tripping, but that was kneeing. He didn't trip him. 4:48 the time of the penalty. This will be Carolina's fourth power play of the night. They're 0 for 3 coming into this one. Big penalty kill for Birmingham and a bigger power play for Carolina. They need the goal here to get it within one. They do have control of the puck after the draw. Played in the far corner. Now another player goes down off. Glover hauled him down. There's no call. Glover clears the zone. Carolina will have to retreat. Now puck is loose. It's center ice. Glover couldn't hammer it deep. Arujo picks it up for Carolina, and he'll bring it into the Bull zone. Coburn has it. Coburn takes the shot. Blocker save, and he squeezes the puck as Atherton, and he'll hold on for a face-off for a first media timeout of the period. 1:28 remaining on the penalty to McGregor Sinclair and the power play for Carolina. Birmingham up 4-2. We'll take a break. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Back to the Pelham Civic Complex. Jody Chinesky here with 14:40 to go here in the third period of play. Birmingham up on the Carolina Reapers by a score of 4-2. Or the Cahaba Valley Vipers if you're watching on TV. The green jerseys are the the Cahaba Valley Vipers or Birmingham Bulls. The baby blue Carolina blue jerseys represent Fayetteville Marksmen, or tonight and tomorrow, the Carolina Reapers. Off the draw, Kyler Matthews plays it far side, or near side, picked up by the Bulls. Wiesner, who easily clears the puck the length of the ice. They'll set the power play up. Carolina through center ice. Arujo drops it back. Coburn has it. Tips it past Wiesner. Vance in on him. Coburn's still with the puck. Tries to give it to Monkovich. Poke checked away, but Carolina controls. Far face-off circle, now down low. He'll try a wrap in, comes right in front, tries to stuff it in. Atherton with the save. Bulls can't clear. Nazareth loses it. And finally, Birmingham's McTavish sends it down the ice. We're down to 45 seconds to go in the power play for Carolina. 13:50 to go, third period. Nazareth brought it in, had it poke checked away, but Arujo keeps it in the zone. Back to the point for Arujo. Far side, set it up. There's a shot by Barrow. His one goes high and wide. Nazareth behind the net. He'll walk out in front. Save made right off the helmet and mask of Drennan Atherton. And again, discussions going on, pushing and shoving as well. Ryan Romeo, I'm glad to see he's back on the ice after taking the hit to the lower leg, or the lower left leg, that is. But finally, Birmingham pushing and shoving back all year long. We've been waiting for this. And I'm finally starting to see it, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. They are, at least for the night, letting Fayetteville or Carolina know they're not going to be pushed and shoved and bullied around. They're answering the bell. 21 seconds remaining in the power play for Carolina, and the penalty of McGregor Sinclair face off in the Bulls zone. Glover kicks it back for pace. He'll give it up for Carson Rose, who easily clears the puck the length of the ice. Down to 10 seconds. That'll just about do it for the fourth power play of the night for Carolina. Parity gives it up far side. Pitters tries to bring it in. He can't do it. It's poked away from him. McGregor Sinclair back on the ice. Birmingham has killed the penalty and are back at full and even strength. As Dorsey touches up, McGregor Sinclair got tied up with Kyle Soper in front of the Fayetteville bench. The referees and linesmen intervene and step in. I don't believe anything is going to be called, as the puck and the referee will come back in the Bull zone for a face-off. 13:05 remaining here in the third period of play. Bulls up by 2. Anthony Yerkins on the draw for Carolina. Drake Glover. Puck loose right underneath their skates. Vance tried to clear it out. He can't do it. It's kept alive along the far boards. Now Kozarev picks the loose puck up for Birmingham. A nifty backhand pass for Rose. Has Allison with him. Carson Rose in front. Allison, backhand save made by Perron. Good stick work, good passing there by both Parker Allison and Carson Rose. It just couldn't convert. Carolina will bring the puck back. Send it in deep. Back to get his Kyler Matthews. For Carson Vance, it bounced off his stick. Vandermeer Rocker has it there. Far boards. He'll bank it up to center, right to the blue line. Kept alive. Shot taken, deflected in front, but Atherton gloved it, and he'll hold on for a face-off. That's the 27th, 28th, that is, shot on goal tonight for Carolina. One goal, Atherton had no shot at saving. No way. The other one, I'm sure he wishes he could have back. 2 power play goals tonight for Birmingham have been the difference. Drake Glover is the story of this game. All Bulls goals scored by Drake Glover. 4 goals on the night, a natural hat trick to boot. Wiesner with the puck. Sets it up for Walker. C.J. Walker cuts in front. Save made by Perron. Nice play by C.J. Walker. But that left skate got it. Now here comes Nazareth. Nazareth takes the shot, goes wide. Kept alive by Leith in front. Knocked away by the Bulls defense. It never made it through to Atherton. Along the near boards. Once again tied up. Trying to knock it free is A.J. Ryan. Ryan comes out with the puck. He'll try to get around the defensive Love. Can't do it. Love pokes it away from him on a good defensive play, and they'll send the puck back into the Birmingham zone. Mac Lewis has it. He takes a nice run there. Love tried to set up Lewis. Mac Lewis got the better of him as Love was knocked down. Now the puck is loose along the far boards. Here comes Dalton Hunter through center ice. He can't get around Carson Vance. And Parker Allison picks the loose puck up for Birmingham, but can't clear. Now it's loose along that blue line. Carolina takes it. They'll have to clear the zone before they bring it in. Pitters has it. Backhands one in front, knocked away before it made it to the crease. Now a shot through the slot, goes wide. Atherton didn't even see it. It whistled by him, and he didn't know it. With traffic in front, blocked his view, but luckily for him and Birmingham, it goes wide. Now taken by Barrow, a slap shot, stick save made by Atherton. Behind the goal line and the net, Kyler Matthews has it for Birmingham. 10:30 to go here in the third period. Birmingham trying to weather this storm that we knew Fayetteville or Carolina, that is, would bring. Carson Rose tries to get around Jamie Dorsey. Can't. Dorsey ties him up. Rose kicks the puck loose. He'll chase it along the near side. Back for Matthews. For Ryan Romeo. His shot is deflected by Cook. Played along the near boards. Now Matthews can't keep it in as Carolina backhands one out. Birmingham will change lines. Carolina brings it back in. Vandermeer Rocker has it. He can't get past Zach Masson. So he'll go back to the blue line. There's a shot taken by Vandermeer Rocker. Atherton actually saw this one and he gloved it, and he'll hold on for the draw with 10:02 to go here in the third period of play. Birmingham 4, Carolina 2. A lot of talking back and forth. Anthony Yerkins and Zach Masson having a discussion. And the linesman wants to get in on it as well. I'm sure they're talking about where they're going to eat dinner later on and maybe breakfast in the morning. Who knows? They may be jealous of somebody else's girlfriend, but either way, they go back to each other's benches, and we'll start the play. A little premature movement there from Tyler Coburn. Zach Masson will come in and take the draw for Birmingham. Monkovich loses it. Played behind the net. Zach Masson comes out with it. He'll skate away. I was a little worried about Zach Masson's physical stamina, but he seems to be ready to go. He's out here late in the third period playing hockey after months and months and months off. Now Monkovich takes a shot, save made off the glove of Atherton, and Birmingham clears as Wiesner banks one off the boards. Under 10 to go, third period. Bulls up by 2. Now Pace takes his man. Monkovich knocks him back. Puck loose, picked up by the Bulls. 3-on-2 as they hurry. Susie has it. In front, a nice pass. Walker couldn't get all of it. He'll take the puck now. C.J. Walker had a nice setup there, but from Susie, he just could not convert and couldn't get all that shot off. Now whistle goes as Birmingham was offside on the play. So a face-off will come outside the Fayetteville blue line. When 9:09 to go at third period, we'll take a break. Birmingham 4, Carolina 2. Jody Chernesky at the Pelham Civic Complex. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I can make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
All right, back at the Pelham Civic Complex, getting set for the last 9:09 to go in the third period. For those that are wondering how things are going with Austin Lotz, goaltender for the Birmingham Bulls, he and Hayden Stewart provided the best tandem in the league last year. Lotz got hurt early on in the season, and he's been through surgery and he's rehabbing. He was able to get out on the ice, I'm told, this week. He was able to actually play like a goaltender instead of just skate. He's taking shots. We'll see what happens, but it's good to know he's recovering and recuperating from the surgery he had. Back to action. There's a pass from Kozarev. He couldn't get it through to Carson Rose. Tried. Carson Rose would have been gone, but that bouncing puck went in right on Perron, and he holds it this time instead of playing it. So a faceoff will come up to his left in the Fayetteville or the Carolina zone. Tyler Bear on the draw for Carolina. Glover wins it. Far side, Mac Lewis, or Kozarev had it bounce off his stick. Glover there, hit by Arujo, cost the puck up. And here comes Carolina through center ice. Dalton Hunter drops it, sends one in front. Bulls intercept. And Rose sends it far side, just out of the reach of Glover. Now puck inside that Carolina blue line. They tried to hit Romeo, who was on the ice. If they would have done that, it would have been too many men, but Romeo saw it and outsmarted them. Jumped over the boards. Matthews has it. Cross-ice pass. Sent in deep behind Perron. Loose puck there, played in the near corner. Vandermeer Rocker backhands one far side. Carolina will try and escape the zone. They're having difficulties doing so now. A blind pass completely through the slot. Escapes the zone, and Parker Allison sends it right back in. Carolina will try it again. 7:50 to go here in the third period. Bulls up by 2. Puck bounces off the boards right to Atherton. The whistle blows. They'll call that for icing. And the faceoff will come back into the Fayetteville zone. Ryan Kinney, the normal goaltender tonight for Fayetteville. I'm not quite sure what was going on. It's not my business to know what kind of information they want to release, but he was scratched, taken off the active roster for tonight's game, maybe to see what kind of a goaltending outing Brandon Perrone could give you. To be honest, it's looked well. The only time that I've seen him really have problems is when he tries to do too much. Every time he's tried to play the puck himself, it's resulted in either a goal or a good scoring chance. Now Atherton drops it for his own netminder. He thought of just covering it up, but Fayetteville, or Carolina that is, was changing lines. Zach Masson backhands one for Lewis. Couldn't get it deep, but Masson holds it and keeps it alive. Coburn takes him to the boards, and back comes Carolina now into the Bull zone. Blocker save made by Atherton. Nice play. Birmingham, if they hurry, can get 3-on-2. Zach Masson for McTavish. Shot just goes wide from C.J. Walker. A nice drop pass. Just couldn't connect on the shot was Walker. Now Coburn brings it into the Bull zone. Far side pass. Nazareth hits the post. To the left of Atherton, he hits the post. 6:45 to go. We'll remember that. One post. Now it's taken through the slot, cleared aside nicely by Carson Vance, and the Bulls clear. Carolina is going to have to start taking some chances before long. They're going to have to be pinching in and seeing an extra forechecker. They're down by 2 in the waning moments of this game. Bulls clear it back into the Carolina zone. Soper has it. Kyle Soper for Pitters. Bounces off his stick. Glover almost had it, but poked away from him. Carolina, Soper has it in his own zone. We're down to 6 minutes to go now here in the third period. Ryan Romeo, far boards. Gives it to Glover for Rose. 2 men back for Carolina. Rose can't split them. The puck comes free. Played by Perrone off the near side. Pitters takes that and sends it far away where it's picked up by Jamie Dorsey. Now it's taken away from him. Dorsey backhands the pass over, and it connects. Shot taken by Vandermeer Rocker. Save made by Atherton. Zach Masson picks the rebound up and just banks one out to center ice. 5.5 to go. Vandermeer Rocker has it. Takes a shot. Glove save made by Atherton. A nice wrist shot there by Logan Vandermeer Rocker. Quick glove save there by Atherton. Not sure if that would have made it into the net, but nonetheless, he gloved it. Big save, quick glove save by Atherton, and the faceoff will come to his right. 5:23 to go here in the third period of play. Bulls up by 2. Like Zach Masson on the draw for Birmingham, and Anthony Yerkins for Carolina. Off the draw, loose there, picked up by Yerkins. They'll try and keep it alive and in, and they do. But the puck was lifted off the glass into the netting, so we'll have another face-off, this one in the Bull zone. I would try and say that the goaltender for Carolina may be pulled soon, but I've seen some odd coaching decisions made this year in all leagues, not just the SPHL. And just as I said that, here he comes, Brandon Perrone out of the game, pulling the goaltender with 5 minutes and 16 seconds left. You never, ever, I can't believe this. I know why Carolina's doing this, but there's still 5 minutes of hockey to be played. Now they have an empty net. They do have an extra attacker. We'll see what happens. Birmingham will try and keep him out of the net. Arujo, slap shot, save made, puck bounces into the air to the far corner. Carolina has it. Back at the point for Arujo for Nazareth. Back for Arujo to the middle of the ice, near face-off circle. His shot deflected by Masson. Puck played along the near boards, kept in by Arujo. Behind the net, Coburn drops it for Dalton Hunter, gives it for Cam Cook. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Net empty to my left. Carolina's pulled their goaltender. A shot taken, a nice one, deflection. Now penalties coming up on Birmingham, as Jonathan Pace will be whistled for the penalty as he took Dalton Hunter down. So now things get a little interesting. First of all, we'll have immediate timeout here. Second of all, Carolina will go on their power play, a fifth one of the night. They're 0 for 4 so far. They'd already pulled their goaltender in favor of an extra attacker, and it was 6 skaters to 5. Now with Jonathan Pace in the penalty box and a face-off coming up, you wonder if Ryan Crothers, the head coach for Carolina, will put Perron back in the net, at least to see who gains control of the puck first. But when Perron does get pulled, and it looks like he's going to leave him on the bench, it's a 6-on-4 advantage, skater-wise, for Carolina. So if they were going to do something to get back to within 1, which is the first thing that needs to happen, now's the time to do it. Atherton will go back into the net. A 6-on-4 skater advantage for Carolina with the penalty on Jonathan Pace and an extra attacker with Brandon Perron being pulled for that extra attacker. Let's see what happens. Cross-checking is the call on Jonathan Pace as he took Dalton Hunter down to the left, right at the left post of Drennan Atherton. Off the draw, puck is loose, controlled by Carolina. Nazareth has it, near side. Top of the face-off circle, down low, he'll play it. Carson Vance tips that pass away, kept alive though by Arujo. Nazareth back to Arujo, fakes the slap shot. They'll swap positions. Barrow down low, looking for Cook. He couldn't walk out in front, it bounced off his stick. He has it behind the Bulls net though for Tyler Barrow. We're down to 1.5 minutes in the power play. Barrow, far side. Down low, played, shot saved, rebound loose, in front, still loose, Birmingham. Atherton makes the save, but Bulls can't clear. Arujo sends it far side. Now Nazareth has it. Down low for Cook. Centering pass blocked, knocked away by Vance. Nazareth has it. We're down to 1 minute in the power play. There's a shot taken, knocked down in front by the Bulls defense, but Carolina keeps it alive. Bulls penalty killers needing a break. There's a shot by Nazareth, just looking for that top shelf. It goes high and wide. Carolina keeping the pressure on, 40 seconds to go in the power play. This penalty killing unit for Birmingham has been out the entire time. Now in front, Cook's pass goes through the crease. Arujo has it, far side. Barrow with the puck. Barrow takes a shot, nice play, knocked down by the defense of Birmingham, loose along the near boards. Birmingham clears. This one's going to go down. Remember, no icing. Birmingham's on a penalty kill. So play goes on. Birmingham finally gets a chance to change the penalty killing unit. And back comes Carolina. We're down to the last 6 seconds of the power play. Far boards Romeo takes his man out. Birmingham takes the puck. And that one goes into the stands. I don't know if there's going to be another penalty or not. I don't know if that deflected off anyone, but Birmingham has killed the penalty that Jonathan Pace was calling, and it looks like, yes, it is, a delay of game. This went on Parker Allison as he tried to clear the puck, but it didn't hit anybody else or the glass, so therefore that's a penalty. This will be the 6th power play of the night for Carolina. 2:29 to go in the third period, and after killing that penalty with one penalty killing unit on the ice, now they're going to have to go right back and do it again. $2:29 to go here in the third period play. Bulls up by 2. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey. right, 2:29 to go, third period of play. Had to take care of a little business there. Sorry about that, but we're back. Face-off will be in the Bull zone. Power play once again for Carolina. Sixth power play of the night for Carolina. They're 0 for 5, but Birmingham's penalty killing unit is tired. They at least had a little bit of time to rest there and recuperate, but 2 penalties in a row with an extra attacker on top of that is difficult at best. Carolina with the puck. Nazareth has it. Remember, they're down by 2. Arujo, far side, back to Arujo, score! Arujo took the shot from just inside the blue line, and that power play results in a goal that pulls them within 1. Remember, Ryan Crothers pulled their goaltender, Brandon Perrone, with 5:16 remaining in the third period of play and down by 2. They were then able to score or get a power play. They didn't convert on, but this one they did, seconds into it. Parker Allison off for delay of game means it's a 4-3 hockey game. With 2:18 to go, now things get interesting. Face off at center ice, Brandon Perrone back in the net for this draw for Carolina. As the referee goes to the scores table, I'm not sure if the clock is off or he's just trying to make sure the goal was scored or credited correctly. 2:17 now showing on the clock. McGregor Sinclair for Birmingham. Barrow for Carolina. Puck comes right in on Atherton. Here's the call of the goal.
Tyler Barrow. The assist, number 3, Matt Arujo. And number 11, Zach Nazareth.
All right.
Goal scored at 17:42.
17:42. Birmingham with an empty net. Wiesner has it. Score! The face-off at center ice with Brandon Perrone in net, controlled by Fayetteville or Carolina. And the second they brought it into the Bulls zone, he comes out of the net. Birmingham clears the zone, and Matt Wiesner behind everybody. All he had to do really was let the puck go off his stick. He scores the goal for Birmingham, and that, with 1:58 to go, may be the one to finish it off. Carolina worked so hard to get back to within 1, and just like that, Wiesner ends that and gives the Bulls back a 2-goal lead. Brandon Perrone back in his net for Carolina.
Bulls goal! Oh. Viper goal scored by number 54, Matt Wiesner. The assist, number 37, Brendan Susie. And number 21, Zach
Masson and Susie on the assist. Empty net. Carson Rose has it. It's away from one defenseman. Rose score! And that is game. Zach Nazareth showing his frustration, smacking his stick on the ice. Carolina has played a good hockey game. They have given everything they've had to end this losing streak. But a heck of a show tonight by Drake Glover. Some key timely saves by Drennan Atherton. And an empty net goal, 2 of them, seals the deal. 25th goal of the year for Carson Rose. 2 empty net goals for Birmingham, one from Wiesner, one for Rose, and it's a 6-3 Bulls lead. Down to a minute to go in this game. Crowd heading for the exits. Been a stormy day here in Birmingham. It kind of affected the crowd. A minute to go. Tonight's attendance, 3,028. No doubt it would have been more had the severe thunderstorms and flooding not taken place now. McTavish brings it in. Shot save made by Perrone. He looks behind him. He wasn't sure where the puck was. Birmingham's not taking the foot off the gas. The clock is still running. A good 5 to 6 seconds or more ran off of it as Brandon Perrone had made the save and the whistle blew. I don't know if they'll put any more time back on the clock or not, but they should. 3-goal lead for Birmingham. This one's done. Now the referee, Jason Lortie, goes over to the scorer's table. I'm sure they'll put some time back on the clock. Carolina has done everything they could, out-shooting Birmingham 39-27. One bad mistake by goaltender Brandon Perrone resulted in a goal. A couple of empty netters, a couple of power play goals. I guess what I'm trying to say is they've hurt themselves as much as they've helped themselves. They haven't played a bad game. Birmingham has capitalized on their mistakes. Vandermeer Rocker has it. Centers a pass for Cook. Off of his stick, played behind the net. We're down to 30 seconds to go in this game. Birmingham, Sinclair has it. He'll skate through center ice for Lewis. Lewis just sends it in deep. Birmingham content just to keep possession of the puck and let this run out. We're down to 10 seconds to go here in the third period. And Birmingham, a much-needed win, a giveaway. Look out, Barrow down low. Cook with a shot save made. A lazy pass through the slot by the Bulls defense. Even though the game was over, almost resulted in a goal. You can't do that. Play hockey the full 60 minutes, guys. Come on. Birmingham, a much-needed win, ends that two-game skid. And the last two games had only scored one goal in each game. Explode tonight, if you want to call it that, for 6 goals. But lately, it's nice to get a few goals. It's been hard to come by as of late. Drake Glover with a 4-goal performance. It's easy to know who the number one star of the game is. Nikita Kozarev with 3 assists. Carson Rose with a goal and 2 assists. But what was most impressive to me tonight, aside from Drake Glover's unbelievable game, was finally we see a little physical play and pushback from the Birmingham Bulls. No longer are they going to allow other teams to push them around. It seems to be that they're going to shove just back as hard, if not harder, than they were shoved before. Birmingham 6, Carolina 3. Stay with us. We'll be right back. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula. And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this. Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit. Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
All right, Jody Chernesky back at the Pelham Civic Complex, where Birmingham has gotten back on the winning track after dropping 2 straight last weekend in Peoria, both by a score of 4-1. We rebounded nicely and got a much-needed win to stay in first place overall in the SPHL with a 6-3 win over the Carolina Reapers, a.k.a. Fayetteville Marksmen. Birmingham coming in as the Cahaba Valley Vipers, and I'm as confused as you guys may be, but nonetheless, the good guys win tonight. How's that? All right, that's going to do it for me. 6-3 Birmingham. Hopefully tomorrow night, Greg Dreveny, my regular partner, will be back. We'll see, though. It's a long drive from Philadelphia to Birmingham, Alabama, but I do know him well enough to know that if he makes it back in time to get a couple of hours sleep, he'll be down here tomorrow night. No doubt about it. All right, that's it for me. Jody Chernesky from the Pelham Civic Complex. Once again, a final score, Birmingham 6, Fayetteville 3. Thanks for joining us, everyone.